Hey, I'm back. I apologize. It's been a while. I've been waiting to get through some World Series, through a couple of the NWSL and W. Just looking at some different stats of the WNBA. Yeah. Uh, so without ado, I had to do some just figure out Euro qualifiers, what to expect with Champions League. So of course, let's get into it. Let's start with the WNBA. Of course, the Aces back-to-back champions. Congratulations! It's just always cool to see a franchise, and it doesn't look like they're stopping. So, unfortunately, I'm a Phoenix Mercury fan. So hopefully, to next year is better. Best also shout out to the New York Liberty. They had such a great season, but it came to a kind of a short end, which is unfortunate. But yeah, I don't expect anything but good things for that franchise. So New York's in a good position. I could see that being the championship next year. It's just how it is. Let's get to the MLB. Texas Rangers take it over the Arizona Diamondbacks, of course. Texas just outscoring them. Now, it doesn't matter how much. It was just a thrashing, a throttling, whatever you want to call it. It was a froshing, whatever word you can think of. It was great. The Texas Rangers were 2,500 to win. At the start of the year, they were something like 9,000 to win. Of course, the Diamondbacks were something like 1,100 to win. The only one more that had a bigger odds was the Baltimore Orioles, which actually they had a really good season. For them to take the division the way they did, most likely whoever put money on that definitely cashed out. So shout out to Texas, shout out to the Aces or the Rangers, the Aces of the WNBA. But of course, it may have been bad for, or may not be so great for the New York Liberty and WNBA, but the NWSL, Gotham City FC, defeat the OL Reign. Of course, Mega Rapone suffered an ACL injury. I really hope a speedy recovery, but it was a shame to see such a great player not be able to play the final game. It was so short into the match too. Yeah, Gotham FC held off for the 2-1 victory, if I'm correct, and it was just so good for it's a big actual picture perfect moment, and I don't think anybody else would disagree. It's so good to see. So let's get that out of the way. Let's talk about Euros. It looks like Israel lost to Kosovo the other day, gained a red card, and they face Switzerland tomorrow on the 16th, which is Thursday. That's when the final matches are taking place for Euros, and we'll see who qualifies and who has to go through a qualifying playoffs into the near future. Now, NBA right now just started. 76ers and Nuggets leading. NHL just started. Boston, Dallas, Rangers, and Vegas are all leading their divisions right now. It's only been 15 games in. Big things have happened from my Raptors in the NBA. They're doing great. They're doing better than expected. I like their effort. I like their hustle. I like the chemistry. So let's keep her going. Penguins, same thing. My Pittsburgh Penguins in the NHL, they're doing good. A little bit of a slower start, but then we're starting to pay. It takes time. Everything great takes time. So with that done, let's get to the international, the World Cup of Cricket, the ICC. Right now, it's semifinals: India versus New Zealand, South Africa versus Australia. I can't wait. I hope India wins. We'll see what happens. It's been, it'd just be great for a country to win in their home country. For India to win in India, I think would be it would set off a different level of excitement. So hopefully that's what we get to see. And it's funny because it's no England, the country that created cricket, they ain't in the finals. So Australia and New Zealand, it's South Africa just won their rugby, so they're looking for another international tournament. South Africa ain't stopping. Them boys are hungry, and they're hungry for championships. So kudos, and let's. I can't wait to see the finals. Let's get it done, and let's get through it. Let's see who claims the crown. Let's talk Crown Jewel 2023. It was a great setup. It was different because there was a lot of really well thought out matches. I really liked the for the prelims. JD McDonough lost to Sami Zayn. Sami defeats JD McDonough from Judgment Day, who was just put into the Judgment Day just on Monday this week. Seth defeats Drew, who looks like he did join Judgment Day, so we'll see. Rhea defeated 4 other women, Raquel, Shayna, Zoe Stark, and Nia Jax, to retain her title. Solo embarrassed Cena. Sorry, Goat, but you got embarrassed by him, and that was, wow, I expected John to put up a little bit more of a fight. We saw an exchange. Logan Paul defeated the great Lucha, Rey Mysterio, for the United States Championship. Io retained her title against Bianca Belair. Cody defeated Damian Priest. And of course, we have Roman defeating LA Knight, which I don't think anyone gave LA Knight the credit he truly deserved. But he's hot, and I don't expect to see him slow down, so we'll see what happens. But this is going to lead into Survivor Series War Games, and Judgment Day will first Cody, Jay, Uso, Sami, and Seth in a War Games match. Cannot wait for that. Let's talk a little MLS playoffs. Of course, the Red Bulls and the... Who was it that the New York City Red Bulls, and there was another team that made it, but they Red Bulls, and I think it was FC Dallas that was the other team, but they unfortunately lost. So sorry, it wasn't Dallas. Sporting KC. Yes, New York Red Bulls, the one wildcard team to lose, of course, to the MLS Shield champions right now, the FC Cincinnati, the Orange Crush, the Wizards, Sporting KC, actually taking out the Western champions, or the Western Division winners, and, the new team, St. Louis City SC, it's LAFC defeated Vancouver, Seattle defeated Dallas. Houston Dynamo holding off against Real Salt Lake. Orlando City SC, the Sun Lions taking out Nashville, which is funny because I like Nashville, and it was very good matches. So Nashville has what it takes to win, but they just need that star, and I just don't know if they do. They have good players, very, very strong and good players, but I just don't know if they have that star to take them to the next level. Columbus Crew defeating Atlanta United FC, Philadelphia Union defeating the New England Revolution. So we finally get the matchups. We got, of course, I think it's the Wizards versus the Houston Dynamo, Sporting KC, Orlando and Columbus, Philadelphia and Cincinnati, and Seattle and LAFC. So we'll see where everybody goes. We'll see what happens. Right now, the team that's leading the charge is Columbus Crew. They're 8-6 with the most goals, but Right now, the best team that hasn't had a goal against them is Orlando SC. So we'll see where that goes. That's for the near future here. And so let's get to some Europa and Champions League. Oh, wait. Nope, let's get to some NCAA football first. Cannot forget about the NFL. The NFL and NCAA football. Of course, my Broncos just came off a couple of good wins. Packers, that Super Bowl 32 was from one of my favorite if not the best Super Bowl I've ever seen. We beat the finally beat the streak against the Chiefs, and we beat the Bills on a last second field goal. So hopefully with a too many men penalty from, of course, Buffalo, but unfortunately Buffalo is now out of the playoff picture, and now in looking outside looking in. And well, let's be honest, there's been a lot of good NFL. There's been a lot of good. I don't have a clear winner right now. Philly and Chiefs, until anything, is the main teams. Seattle's doing good. Detroit's doing good. Texas could have the MVP and Coach of the Year, but the last rookie to win, of course, MVP was Jim Brown, and that was in the 50s. So, for somebody to actually a rookie to win MVP, it would. And there was, I think it was Edgerrin James got a vote. That's what Stephen A. said, or whatever. One back in late 90s. So, unfortunately, hopefully we get to see maybe even like Micah Parsons or somebody else win, like a defensive player winning MVP or winning. I wouldn't have been shocked if J.J. Watt won it back when he was playing back in the 2013, 14, 15, 16, or around that time. But unfortunately, it is what it is. Mostly it's the quarterbacks that win that, and it just has to be left with, and up to the voters. I vote for C.J. Stroud, but that's just me. That's my personal opinion, and the person that I think deserves the MVP. But there's a lot of people, and honestly, there is going to be a lot of people for that race. Another one, Jared Goff, playing good football. So let's keep her going here. That's NFL, NCAA. Georgia, Alabama. Those are I'm out. Of course, my Crimson Tide. We're 8th, so we're out right now outside looking in. Need to get to the top 4. Still got time. Ohio State leading the charge. Michigan, or they were leading the charge. I think it's Georgia now. Here, let me check that. Yeah, Georgia, Michigan, then Ohio State. Okay, so I was wrong. Oregon, Texas, Washington, Florida State, all been playing better than Alabama. Even Louisville's playing good. They're the ones nipping at the heels of Alabama for that 8th spot. 9-1. Well, let's see if someone gets lost. We'll see what happens, but we have to start hoping. People, just a little bit of magic there, and we'll see what happens. But it's looking good, and it's looking. It's really looking. Yeah, I really enjoy it, and it's looking like a fun. There's going to be some fun matchups down the road here, and I think Alabama came out playing Mississippi, Ole Miss. I can't remember. We came out playing a good team too. So we got a really good victory. CONCACAF Nations League. Of course, those matches go on the 16th this Thursday. Of course, League B, League C, and the quarterfinals. I can't wait. Go Canada. Hopefully we get it. Time for Champions League. Let's get to it. Right now, it's just All I see is just all the leading teams here. Uh, all the big clubs. We got Manchester City, who look like they already qualified. Uh, Atletico Madrid, Real Sociedad, Real Madrid, Arsenal, Bayern Munich, and of course Dortmund. And it looks like Dortmund and PSG. My PSG have made it so far, the group of death, but that could gotta. The next two matches are crucial. Unfortunately, it looks like Young Boys and Antwerp are already eliminated through 4 matches. Antwerp giving up an amount of 14 goals or whatever to only scoring 3, so they're already done. I feel bad. That's because I had really high hopes for the Belgian Premier League winner, or Belgian First Division A winner. Sorry about that. Yeah, well, right now it almost looks like Young Boys and the Red Star Belgrade are out. Celtic FC, and Benfica. That look like they just haven't got anything going in that entire division, group. And for the Portuguese Liga NOS winners, that's hard to watch because that's a passionate, and if it just feels like they always get throttled every game. So, hopefully better luck next year. And yeah, it looks like Union Berlin and Sevilla are also looking out. And as of right now, it's Manchester United that is looking out in that group, which that is not a small club to say looking out. Like, they're not even qualifying for they're 4th in that division right now. It's looking bad for the Red Devils. And well, Sevilla doesn't even look like they're going to get that chance to get into Europa League. Passionate clubs not pulling enough, but that's just how it is. Let's get all right. So we got that Napoli, PSV Eindhoven, Copenhagen, Inter Milan, Lazio, Red Bull Leipzig, and Porto FC. Yeah, they're all in second place. Barcelona in first place over Porto. And the ones that are qualified for Europa as of right now, looks like it is Shakhtar, Red Star Belgrade, AC Milan, Feyenoord, Red Bull Salzburg, the Austrian Premier winners, Braga, Lens, and Galatasaray. Looks like it. And those are all the ones that are as of right now qualified for Europa play-in. Let's get to Europa League, which has been very interesting, very, very, very interesting. On top of, looks like again, a lot of the main teams, a lot of the leaders, it looks like, are big name league winners. We got West Ham leading their group, Marseille leading their group, Real Betis, Atalanta, Liverpool, Rennes, Bayer Leverkusen, and the Czech winners, Slava Prague, all leading their divisions. And right now it looks like the ones that are still in the play-ins are SC Freiburg, Brighton, the Glasgow Rangers, Sporting CP, Toulouse, Villarreal, Roma, Quarberg. So far are the ones that are in. And unfortunately, the teams looking out are TSC, the ones looking out of even Europa Conference play-ins. We got the Serbian teams, TSC. We got Ajax, Aris Limassol, the Cyprus Premier League winners. The Polish soccer league winners, Radkau. We have LASK, the Austrian Maccabi Haifa, Sheriff, and BK Haken. They're all looking out. And BK looks like they're the ones that are first to be eliminated. The Swedish team with a -11, scoring 2 goals and having 13 scored against them. Sheriff having a similar 3 goals and 11 against them. Ooh, that's just brutal. Right now, the ones that are heading for Europa Conference, it looks like Olympiacos, aka AEK Athens, Sparta Prague, Sturm Graz, Royal Union St. Louis, Panathinaikos, sorry, I apologize to the Greek. I really have a hard time pronouncing that club. Serveti and Mold FK right now are all looking like they're going to be leading their group, or leaving for Europa Conference. Leaving their group for Europa Conference is what I meant to say. But also, I wanted to point out right now, it also looks like Liverpool, looks like no, Marseille, West Ham, and Slava Prague are all, and Bayer Leverkusen are all in the top 10 to 12 goals scored already. So those are the teams that are leading the way. I don't know who's going to take it, because Slava Prague was the goal scorer, and then Bayer Leverkusen, I think, is the one with the best goal ratio with 12 and 2 goals against them. There's no stopping the top teams. That's what I'm saying. Like Europa, smart bet, take the top teams. Let's go to Europa Conference. And right now, the teams that are in, looks like for Group A, looks like Lyall and Slovan Bratislava. For Team B, it's Gent and Maccabi Tel Aviv, the Israeli. Right now, the team to qualify for Group C is Victoria Plzeň and Astana, Club Brugge, Bodo Glimt, Lega Warsaw and Aston Villa, Florentia and Ferencváros. The only Greek team, PAOK, Frankfurt, Fenerbahce, and Nordsjælland. Everyone else right now, it looks like, are not qualified. They're not going anywhere, regardless. The ones leading the way, looks like it's Gent leading the way with 11 goals scored with 3 against. And then, of course, I think it's Florentia with 11 and 4. And yeah, then you got Frankfurt and even Nordsjælland with 11 and 5. Right now, it looks like Ludogorets, Aberdeen, HJK, Gdańsk, AZ Alkmaar, Besiktas, Dynamo Zagreb are all looking out. They're all on the outside, because if you're 3rd and 4th in Europa Conference, you're not going nowhere, unfortunately. And to be honest, it feels like, it's so hard to pick Europa, because it could change instantly. Before I forget, let's not forget the Liberator Libertadores 2023. Let's with Fluminense, the winners. Of course, now we are going to whatchamacallit there. We're gonna have a thing called an Inter America championship, where 4 different champions in different leagues or whatever. The Inter Miami, Fluminense, and 2 other clubs are going to go and face each other in this North South America Inter Championship, which is scheduled for 2024. Right now, that's all I got. I will catch up with you guys after group stage of Champions League, so we're going to wait 2 matches. And then maybe we'll get a little bit more. Maybe a little bit of Survivor Series. Maybe a little bit of preview of something. But until then, much love. Stay safe. Love you guys.